The wacky world of MultimediaJay.
Old Clunky is totally silent because the pilot light has finally been turned off. Yay! We'll dust the thing out and fire it back up when it gets cold out again. In the meantime, there's something a little bit different. A lint filter kit drying on a drying rack. I tried putting the plastic pieces of the lint filter from the dryer under some cold water to try and clean them off. It had mixed results at best. Lint kind of tends to stick to these plastic pieces pretty well, actually. Someone asked if the third part, that cloth piece that goes between this and this, is mandatory. Yes, it is. If you don't use that third piece, this thing can pick up some lint, but it's not going to pick up all of it. Not anywhere near as much as all three pieces will. So you will get little lint bits flying out of the hose that you previously wouldn't have gotten if you used all three parts of the lint filter. So I still had the third piece, it was just wearing out a bit, and I got sick of having to brush it every load, so I might start using it again, just to finish running it into the ground. Not like I have anything else to really do with it. So, yeah, and I should probably clean out the filter hose and the other stuff so lint doesn't build up there as well. On the other side of things, as far as Geekhouse laundry goes, here's the old washer, still running A-okay. Yeah, Magic Chef or something that cleans clothes. Reasons. Anyways, yes, that is a downy ball from when I was doing this earlier with the goofball intro last go-round. Basically, I leave the washer open when I'm not actually washing any clothes in it, so it has a chance to dry out and not get things like mold or anything or mildew or whatever growing in there. So, as part of drying it out, I don't really use the space for anything, so just leave the downy ball in there. Heck with it. I'm going to fill it back up before I go washing any more clothes anyway, so that's one way to not forget it. I have some plans for this general area, especially if I don't wind up using the portable air conditioner in the summertime. We'll see how warm it gets in here when it's 80-something out later this week. This place is biased towards being cool, towards being a little on the cool side. I wonder if that means I can just use a fan in the summertime and maybe dehumidify at most, but not have to go too crazy with the AC like I did at the old place. In the meantime, spaghetti wiring aside, this old remote control fan from about 10 years ago is proving itself very, very handy when I can just use the remote to turn it on. I should probably get something newer though, because the bearings are pretty much shot in this giant hamster wheel fan. Shut that off. Alright, now that you're not hearing the wind noise in the microphone, yeah, so the bearings, when I first turn this thing on, it makes a little noise for like the first 10 minutes because the bearings are completely shot. I don't know if there's a way I could WD-40 that to have it make less noise and whatnot, but yeah, this thing still works. It still works, and I'm just going to keep running it into the ground until something seizes. But I'm thinking an axial fan or something like that, or a radial fan, a fan that spins around in circles, yeah, there we go, would be better than this giant, well, ginormous hamster wheel thingy. I mean, it's like an ionic breeze without the, well, it does have the breeze. This thing probably has more breeze than an ionic breeze. Okay, enough playing with the summer gear here. I also pushed the button on getting a set of these Monoprice bookshelf speakers for, well, basically the catch is, yeah, they're on sale, but you basically pay regular price when you factor the shipping back in. But Monoprice is not very good when it comes to keeping shipping cheap. They're nowhere near as big as, like, Amazon or Newegg or whatnot, so, or something like that. Maybe I should stop trying to make excuses for them, but basically, $60 speakers. I can't imagine these things are the heaviest things in the world, but the shipping cost is like nearly $30. So, yeah, they put it on sale, but you end up paying regular price because of the shipping costs. Either way, I decided to pick these up as kind of an experimental replacement for the front left and the front right with the Klipsch satellites in my little setup here. Basically, when I switched back to these because of some issues with the Onkyos and whatnot, but the big problem I have is either I have no subwoofer whatsoever for these speakers, or I have whoom boom, but nothing in the middle, because the actual woofer half of these two-ways is only 3-inch. This has 5-inch woofers and real woofers, not mid-ranges trying to act as woofers. So these actually will go down a little bit lower. So when I'm listening to music, which, unless I turn on the virtual surround, is in stereo to begin with, the front left and the front right command the most use in terms of stereo sources, watching YouTube videos, etc. So the best way, I think, to experiment with potentially replacing the front left, front right, rear left, rear rights with bookshelf speakers is to get a set of these for the front, and then if I really like them, maybe wait until they go on sale again before replacing the surrounds. The big question, what to do with the Klipsch 5 ones? I mean, the subwoofer has a blown amp, so I can't use these independently of, well, the system and whatnot. They do have spring clips, and they are usable. Maybe get one of those Leppy amps and stuff like that to just use 2 of them for sound or something like that. I'm getting ahead of myself here. In terms of the Onkyo sats that I was experimenting with earlier, yes, they get like 100 watts per channel on these things, but there is one catch with these satellite speakers. I went to go see if I could actually solder in something that was better, and unfortunately, despite having a little bit of low end, the Onkyo sats consist entirely of a 3-inch mid-range. I think that's foam on the edge too. Is that foam? Yeah, foam-ish material around the edge. So it's a little 3-inch mid-range in an echoey plastic box. Ooh, a port. Real nice. Plus, as you can see from the shattered peg and the glue every which way, it's not easy to get into these things. So it's these things weren't made to be taken apart, apparently, although it'd be nice if I could actually solder in something that's better. Problem is, car speakers that would turn this into a 2-way speaker start only at 4 inches. So if this was a little bit bigger, then maybe I could put something in that would make it 2-way instead of having to use a full range for this. But, well, what are you gonna do? It still handles 100 watts, and the speaker still sounds like something. I just gotta find a better use for those things. Maybe, again, get a Leppy amp and stuff like that. Stop buying computer speakers for things like the laptops and whatnot, and just get some little amps and whatnot to just drive pairs of these things. Whatever works. As far as this disaster goes, I want to get my tools over here and have a better setup going. The Great Sift will help with that quite a bit. Although I've been talking about it for how long now? Let's get to work on it, darn it. I want to put these speakers back together, solder them back up, get them working again, and revisit this thing later, because I was poking around on Parts Express, and these things, I gotta see how big these are. If these are at least 4 inches, I could theoretically switch out whatever's in here for car speakers, make these things go 2-way, fix whatever happened to the grill over there, and put these things back into, and just see what happens. Yeah, maybe we're polishing a turd, throwing pearls before swine, but if these can hold at least 4-inch speakers, take out the crappy Radio Shack ones that were in there since the 90s, and if I can get some car speakers to fit in there, that would technically make these 2-way. See what that sounds like. And get this cleaned and tidied up, and of course all this clutter from the old place, including all the old electronics over there. There is one thing that we can do tonight, though. Picked up a rug from Walmart. I want to try moving more towards dark blue and whatnot for colors, to match these police-like colors with the blue and whatnot that the landlord has with the provided curtains for this place. I want to pick up where the landlord left off, maybe get the blue versions of those curtains, the thermal versions anyways, stop double curtaining when it's not winter time, and basically switch things out and, yeah, well, switch things out and go more bluish here. Maybe the blue will go better with lighting in here, although the ivory white paint is really what the problem is at this place. If it was more of a neutral white, the daylight bulbs in these lamps would actually work a heck of a lot better. So to do that, let's clean out the place over by the desk and get this carpet all rolled out and get that up and running. Get that done at least, so I can feel like I'm making some progress. And if I can ever tear myself away from Star Wars long enough to do more of it, that will be awesome too. There we go. The old rug is out. Just finished mopping, trying to cheese drying the floor. I hit the sheet on the couch a couple of times, though. That might be getting replaced anyways. Floor hasn't been this shiny since I moved in. Maybe I should mop the trim, too, with an extremely damp mop. Seems like that picks up more anyways. This place is going to smell like lavender for the next couple of days. But at least it's clean. Look at how shiny that is. This thing's looking better, too. I just did the mop around the edge. Took off 10 years worth of stuff from this thing. There's an awful lot of sand left behind, though, from those rugs. I think that might all be from the old place, maybe. We'll see how much accumulates under the new one once I get that rug set up. It's really fine stuff, too. It could also be the underside of the rug wearing away and leaving some plasticky dust stuff behind. I may have to get rugs that don't have these kinds of bottoms on them in order for rugs to work in this place. I think both of these rugs are done. Gotta find out what the bulk burnable thing is for the municipal garbage disposal for these things. I think they've had it. I think that brown rug's about 10 years old anyways. It was originally from the old place. While I'm at it, I should probably replace the rug that's in the bedroom too. From when it was winter time and whatnot. Alright, let's clean up this mess. I'll probably mop the rest of the house too, since I have a thing full of solution. Might as well finish what I started, right? Anyways, what we have here is the Mohawk Home Great American Rug. Made in the USA, huh? Wait, made in Georgia. Yeehaw! Now, gotta love the smell of brand new carpet. Even if it makes the camera go out of focus. Let's roll out the blue carpet. There we go. Started to mop the rest of the walkway as well. Can't do anything about the marks from the previous tenants though, but anywho, here's what the rug looks like. I'm gonna show it now because I like the color a lot better than the old brown one. The thing with this is that I'm showing this because that fine dust that was underneath the old rug that I tried to mop away and whatnot, that stuff was getting on everything. So I think after this I'm going to be taking a second shower, maybe armor all the chair tonight, but I like the color a heck of a lot better. It actually goes with the blue rug that the landlord provided and whatnot for the entryway. So I'm probably going to get another one of those for the bedroom. Maybe put some more of these in other areas too, but the rugs are their only real intelligent purpose in this place is to be a replacement for a chair mat, so the chair doesn't slide all over the place if I, like breathe wrong or something. But in the wintertime, it's good for not freezing on these floors. But I don't think we'll need that for the summertime anyways. But yeah, definitely. Just wanted to show this because that fine dust that was getting everywhere earlier is getting all over everything. So, yeah. Probably get one more of these for the bedroom, and then garbage pickup next week. I'll just dump all these rugs at once, or throw them in the cellar and get rid of them a week at a time. But I got a feeling if I throw them in the cellar, it'll be famous last words for them. Anywho, let's call it a video here, because I want to crunch this. It's getting late. Want to take another shower to get the fine dust off of me. And then, oh yeah, that's right, I bought some new bedding too, so I gotta set that up and... Yeah, and I got this mop stuff, so do I want to use the rest of it somewhere or just dump it out or something? Anyways, okay, yeah, so we're going to be doing stuff if I can tear myself away from playing that Star Wars game long enough to do so. Thanks for watching, everybody. Till next time, this is MultimediaJay signing off. Thanks for stopping by.